Hey, this is Preston. I wanted to show you all how to use a spreadsheet for eBay that I created a few years ago. It's nothing fancy, but it works. So, anyways, so basically you have your date sold. These are your sold. The upper portion is your sold items. Down here is your unsold items. So here's what I always did. I would take an active listing that is unsold. So I'm in my seller account here, and let's say I just listed, well, we got this one right here. That's Thomas the Train one. Okay, so first thing I would do is copy the item number. Control C is copy. Easy way if you didn't know that already. Then we go over here to the unsold items. We're going to paste it. Control V. All right, the next is the item description. So we're going to go back and get the description. Sometimes this is a little tricky, but we'll go here, Control C, paste it. One cool thing about this is it pastes the link itself. So if you ever want to just go to that item, you can just hover over it, click the link, and it'll take you right to that link, that listing. Okay, if there's more than one of the item, you can change your quantity. And then I put my sales price in. So sale price is $22.50. $22.50. Okay. And I paid $3.50 for that item. So it automatically says my gross profit is $19. Okay. So now, let's see. We need to find an item that I sold. Well, I can just make it up. Okay. So let's say I sold the item today. It's 12/10/2025. So if I sold the item today, and this is in December, sorry about that. So I grab the 26, and you see, click it first, then grab it. So as you can see, I can move it up and down. So I'm going to move it up just under the December. That puts it right there. And now I can fill in the rest. Let me decide how to do this. I'll be right back. All right, where's my video? There we go. Okay, I'm back. So I've decided to just add in a listing here that I've already sold. So let's move this back down here. And okay. So let's just pick this item right here. So it was sold. So we're going to pretend that this item has not sold yet. So we're going to paste that there. And it was, oops, wrong one. $19.95. $19.95. And let's just assume I had $5 in the items. So my net gross profit is $14.95. Oh, I need to put my item number here. Keep going to the wrong screen. Okay. Okay, so let's just assume that I have 2 items listed and I just sold these side marker corner lights. So I would grab, click, then click and hold, move up to December and release. So I sold that item on December 9th. So 12/09/2025. This seems complicated, but it's really not. Once you get the hang of it and you've done it 100 times, it gets easier. So now we have the basics. So we're going to go back into our orders and we'll click our view order details. So we're going to go in here and scroll down, and on this side over here is where our order details are at. Okay, so our order total came up to $29.63. So $29.63 is the absolute total. I'm going to tab over. So eBay fee was $3.47, 3.47. Here, if it was a promoted item, you would put that price there, but I was not charged a promotion fee, so we'll leave that cell blank. And next is our shipping label, $7.42. So over here, $7.42. And then our sales tax was $2.26. 226. Whoops, 26. That leaves us with this portion here that is not calculated yet. So this is the tricky part. What I've always done is I go to the last sale that I made and I just copy the last 2 cells and hit Control C, and then I click down here and I hit Control V and it pastes it. So what it did is it pasted these formulas right here and right here. If you click it, there we go. It pastes that formula, it transferred it down here, but it also moved the formula to the line 24. So that way it automatically, so it takes this number minus this number equals this number. Then you take your gross sale minus all the eBay fees, and then it subtracts, it takes all of that and subtracts the $14.95. So this is my eBay payout, $16.48, and then minus my cost. Item cost was $5, so I would have made $11.48 on that item. So I hope that makes sense. I guess we could do another one just to, let's do another one. Okay, so we're going to go back here and let's take this item here. We're going to pretend like it's not sold yet, so we're going to add it down here to the bottom. So I would do this on my listing page. You go to your listing page, and then every time you list items for the day, at the end of the day, you add all those items to the list. And then that way, if that item sells, you just grab the item and move it back up to the top. So this one is $39.95. $39.95, and I don't know what I have in it, but let's say we have $7.99 in it, and we need our item number. There we go. Okay, so let's pretend like we just sold that item today. So we're going to click on the line box over here on the left. Then if you click it one more time, it highlights it, so you can see I can drag the whole line up and down. This is December, so we're going to move it there. Okay, and I'm not sure what day I sold that on. It was also on the 9th, so 12. Actually, you could, instead of typing it in, go here, hit Control C, Control V, excuse me, and move the date down. Okay, so gross sale, we're going to fill in. We just sold the item, so we're going to click on Order Details, scroll down. 62.41 was the gross sale. 62.41. That's how much eBay collected from the buyer. Now we got an eBay fee. eBay fee is $7.58 right here. Okay, $7.58, and I didn't have a promotion on that one again, so that's good. Shipping was, now if you notice here, the shipping total is different. Actually, it's not, but sometimes it is. You subtract the shipping fee that you paid, not what the buyer paid, because let's just say that you overcalculated the box just a little bit, and so whenever you put in the correct amount, the correct dimensions and weight, sometimes the label is cheaper, or sometimes it's even a little bit more expensive if you messed up. But anyways, you would put in the amount that you paid for shipping, not the amount that the buyer paid. So 1602, and then the sales tax was $6.44, 6.44. And then right here, I would just, since it's right here close, I would just highlight these two, hit Control C, go down, hit Control V. So by these calculations, I had a net profit of $24.38, but eBay will pay me $32.37. If you notice, and you want to always double check, make sure that second to last number equals this number right here, your order earnings. So 32.37 should match this number here. And then the next number is your eBay payout minus how much you paid for it. And then if you notice at the very top, up along here, this line is stationary. So as you scroll up and down, it always stays the same. And as you make changes, it automatically sets your net profit. It automatically calculates all your totals across the board down to this purple line. If that's correct, 27, yes. It stays at the purple line all the time. So it's not calculating the numbers down here. It only calculates from the purple line up. Okay. That's pretty cut and dried. What I have over here on the left in this area is if I'm selling for other people, I usually do a 50-50 split on the net profit. And actually that may be time for a different video, but anyways, we'll just go over it very briefly. So I sold an item for Gabriel, and it shows that I have paid him for that item, and Gabriel's payout was $18.89. So how did it calculate that? It takes the net profit and divides it by 2. So this is how much I owe Gabriel, $18.89. And so that way, and then when I make the payment, what I usually do if I'm selling for other people is at the beginning of the following month, I pay all these people out. It doesn't show, this is just a sample sheet. So at the end of the month, if I paid him, I would just add paid right there, or copy, paste. And then I have a column. I don't sell for very many people, but once in a while I'll sell something for someone. And so I charge 50% of the net profit. So it's worth it for some people. It's not worth it for others. Anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.